welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Halifax Wanderers FC 1, Toronto FC 2 in the quarterfinal of the 2022 Canadian Championship. Toronto FC gets through by the skin of their teeth. The worst 2-1 victory I've ever seen in my life. But they get done, they get through, and they get to the semis, and they will host that against the winner of Forge versus Montreal in later June. 24th to 26th, but this team did not deserve to go through. They honestly didn't. I'm happy they did because I want CONCACAF Champions League next year, of course. And that's the one thing I want. I need TFC to get it, but I can admit that this team did not deserve to go through this match. They didn't. Halftime ends 0-0. Halifax looks like they have a good challenge. TFC absolutely just try to hold on defensively. I thought their strategy was to do a line change. Osorio's on the bench, Jimenez on the bench, Ayo on the bench, which they do after halftime. But first half, there's absolutely nothing there to get the team through. They don't score any goals. Halifax, thank God, doesn't score any goals. And they had some good chances there as well, I thought. Halifax put a good fight up against Toronto. Stephen Hart's Halifax Wanderers put up a good fight. They were a good side against Toronto. They wanted this just as bad, if not more, than TFC did. They took this way too lightly. Way too lightly. Now, Toronto still have never been knocked out by a lower division side in a tournament. It almost happened, though. 56th minute, Toronto FC score. Ball crossed in from Petrasso off a corner into the 6-yard box, the right side of it. Jordan Peruzza gets the header, puts it in the net, bounces off the shoulder or ahead of somebody, but they still give the goal to Jordan Peruzza. It goes into the net, into the roof of it. In the 56th minute, 0-1, TFC are in the lead, finally. But a little bit over 12 minutes, around 12 minutes, 13 minutes later, Samuel Salter of the Halifax Wanderers takes a solo run, gets to the top of the box, and curls the ball in past Quentin Westberg at the near post. 69th minute, Westberg can't get to it. He gets beaten. You think he would get to it, though, but it's 1-1. Then in the 86th minute, Ayo Akinola takes a shot, gets into the path of Jonathan Osorio. Osorio pushes it on, hits the bar, and Peter Schale bodies it in. Own goal for Peter Schale in the 86th minute. Toronto FC scrap a 1-2 win. And that's the way it would end. Or scrap a 1-2 lead. And they would win 1-2. They avoid a penalty shootout. They avoid embarrassment to a bigger degree. But to Toronto fans, I think we're all embarrassed because that game sucked. The worst 2-1 win I have ever seen in my life. And probably anybody has seen in their life. Yeah, they're through. Great. They're through to the semifinal of the Canadian Championship. Their 2 goals were the scrappiest goals I have ever seen in my life. Now, they went in. Who cares? It counts. Maybe you could say that. I'll say it. Who cares? It counts. But those were the scrappiest, most highway robbery level goals. And all I want is the CCL in my life. But even I can think that maybe this team doesn't deserve it. The lineup was absolutely just first half horrible. Second half, you put in the line change and it absolutely does about nothing. Who scores the goal? First goal to put us up. Jordan Peruzza on from minute 1. Then Jonathan Osorio puts the ball in to turn into the own goal that wins us the match. I think that's just as much his goal as it was the own goal of Shala, but Oso came on. But you would think Jesus Jimenez. You would think Ayo Akinola. I mean, he did put the shot on. He did. But full-time 1-2 stats are as follows: 14 shots to 7, 7 shots on goal to 2, 44% possession to 56% possession, 336 passes to 436 passes, 77% pass accuracy to 79, 17 fouls to 14, 3 offside to 3, 1 yellow card to 3, 0 red cards to 0, 7 corners to 7. By all the numbers, Toronto were the better team. But by the eye test, Halifax were giving them a really big challenge. I know it was at Wanderers grounds, and Halifax is known, or at least recently, good at giving MLS teams scares at Wanderers grounds, because Montreal went there last year, and they had a scare, and they ended up winning. Hey, maybe that's a good thing. The last team that had a scare against Halifax in Halifax ended up winning the whole damn thing. Canadian Championship. Maybe we will win. Maybe it has to happen. Maybe that's the rite of passage. I don't think so. But I guess this team, this TFC team, is arguably better than the 2021 team. Because at least they have potential. At least they have luck on their side. And at least they have a striker that normally is beating expected goals. And they have Insigne coming in, so they're bound to be better in July, right? They're bound to be, right? But this team definitely did not show the fight or show the urgency that we want to see them have in a Canadian Championship quarterfinal. Yeah, you won. Yeah, who cares? It counts. 2 goals that were scrappy as all hell. Who cares? It counts. Cool. Great. Great. Fine by me. We didn't lose on penalties. We won. But what are we accepting? A 6-game winless run. Our first win in 7 is the scrappiest win, the crappiest win I've ever seen in my life. Last year, when they won, at least they were good wins. And this team has had good wins this year. But no, Halifax Wanderers. Halifax. Pacific, besides the last 10 minutes last year, got dominated and they were the CPL champions. Halifax are on the bottom half of the table. As far as I know, I think they are, yeah. Halifax hadn't been great since the 2020 CPL final, and you let them look better than Pacific. York dominated them. I know you're on the road. That doesn't matter to a lower division side. It doesn't matter. You're still the higher division side. You have the bigger trophy case. They don't even have a trophy. Toronto has Canadian championships aplenty. MLS Cup, 2 conference championships, 3 conference championships. Still has a spot for the CCL at the ready. Probably has a spot for Leagues Cup at the ready. And you do this. You sit here and do this. Ryan, why are you mad? They won. They didn't deserve to. Yeah, I'm satisfied we won. I'm satisfied we're on to the semis. But Halifax wanted it more, and luckily we didn't hand it to them on a silver platter. This game sucked. Yeah, cool, we won. So I'm at least a little bit not blowing up at the seams and going completely catatonic. This team absolutely nearly wanted to hand this game on a silver platter to Halifax. Luckily, Halifax said, you know what, we shouldn't be taking that. We're going to hand it back to you on a silver platter. Benevolent. And they had a really good game before that. A really good game. They brought the fight, and I respect that. But they were benevolent and handed the game straight back to TFC. When they shouldn't have. When they really shouldn't have. But thank you. Thank you, Halifax. That's nice. Halifax fans, if I were you, you should be proud. Y'all are good. Y'all have the opportunity, the capability to be good. All you need to do is turn it around. Stephen Hart is a good manager, a very good manager, and he had you on, pushing on to almost beating a giant club who's in a bit of a shambles right now, Toronto FC. You should be proud. You were almost there. Be proud. You should be proud of what you have there at Halifax. Beautiful stadium, beautiful, great fans, good team, beautiful atmosphere. You should be proud. You almost did the job. But quality, or I don't know what it was that overtook you. I wouldn't say quality at all. Toronto fans, I am you. Always will be. No. I'm happy they're through. What else is there to be? Let's just flush it. We're through, flush it. You play like this against Montreal, you're going to pay. You play like this against Forge on June 4th, you're going to pay. Hell, you play like this against Chicago on the weekend, you're going to pay. Just know that, all right? That's all I got to say. Toronto plays like this against Chicago, they're going to pay. They play like this against Forge, they're going to pay. They play like this against Montreal later in June, they're going to pay. Or it could be Forge. Either way, still going to pay. You can't play like this. You have to put out a better 11. You have to have it, want it more, and just go for it. It was a disgrace. A disgrace. And you won, and it was a disgrace. I've never said that before. But I'm going to say the truth here. This was a disgrace. Luckily, you got out of it with a win, and you're into the semifinals that you'll be hosting. Whether it's Forge or Montreal. And you still have the 2020 final against Forge at Tim Hortons Field on the 4th of June. At least you have it. Problem is, I don't know. Actually, no, don't flush it. Remember how much you almost blew this. Don't flush it. I cannot believe I've came out of a win absolutely angry and befuddled. I don't think I've ever done that before. I don't think that's ever been done before. I don't think I've ever came out of a win angry. No. Draws, yes. Wins? No. This is different. No. Because at least back in the old days, they sucked. When they won, it was nice. It was a nice change of pace. Back in the Vanny days, when they won good. Even in last year, when they won good. This was scrappy. And I have higher expectations. And the win didn't meet expectations, even for the Canadian Championship, which is probably higher than MLS. Right now, anything can happen in MLS. I could say, yeah, Chicago sucks right now, and Toronto should get at least a point, if not a win off of them at home on the weekend. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I couldn't tell you right now. I don't trust this team. I don't think anybody does after last year and what the hell's gone on this year. This roller coaster, which we knew it would be, but I thought when they had that good run, it would stay a good run. Turns out, no. It was getting there, but just... And then you almost blow it to Halifax. I don't know what to tell you. Luckily, we won. We're on to the semis by the skin of our teeth and the hair on our chest. Oh, well, whatever. No. That's a win by the scoreline and by the fact we're going through, but by the performance, hell, no, I wish we... Hell, that should be a loss. With that being said, if you like this review, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Send super chats on the live streams. Hit that bell notification once you subscribe. Comment on this video. Put this in a playlist. Share it with your friends and family. Tomorrow, I got a live watch along and review for the UEFA Europa Conference League final. AS Roma versus Feyenoord. Then a live and review for Montreal versus Forge. And then a live watch along of LA Galaxy versus LAFC US Open Cup El Tráfico. 3 lives, 2 reviews tomorrow. We're going to have a big day, a crazy day. And let's hope it's pretty much stressless, because there's been way too much stress today. I'm out. Peace.